The House of Deadbra. There was a house on the edge of town, known only as 883 Willows Lane. It was a mansion that stood as a dark, decaying relic from a long-forgotten era. Abandoned for decades, locals avoided it, claiming it was cursed, a house of the dead. But rumors of treasures hidden within its walls lured many thrill-seekers to their doom. None had ever returned. One stormy night, 5 friends, Emily, David, Sarah, Marcus, and Lily, decided to spend the night inside the house. They laughed off the legends and carried flashlights and cameras, ready to capture proof that the stories were just myths. They pushed open the creaky door, which seemed to groan as if it hadn't moved in centuries. Dust floated in the air like spirits awakened from slumber. The house welcomed them with a suffocating silence, as though the walls themselves had secrets they were eager to reveal. The friends split up to explore. Marcus and Emily headed upstairs, while Sarah and David inspected the kitchen. Lily, always the most curious, ventured into the basement alone. In the kitchen, Sarah found a diary, half buried under debris. The handwriting was shaky, as though the author had written it in a hurry. The last entry read, "The spirits grow angry. They demand life to replace what they lost. We are trapped. The house, it's alive." David brushed it off as nonsense, but Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching them. Upstairs, Marcus and Emily found old portraits of a family. Parents, 3 children, all smiling eerily, their eyes almost following every move. As they stared, the smiles seemed to twist into grimaces of agony. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed from below. It came from the basement. Lily hadn't returned. The others rushed down, calling her name. Their flashlights flickered as they descended the cold stone steps. The basement smelled of rot, and the walls seemed to pulse with a faint heartbeat, as though the house was alive. They found Lily standing still in the center of the room, her face pale and frozen in fear. Behind her was an old well, its stone lid pushed aside. The friends peered inside, and there, deep in the dark, something moved. A figure, its eyes gleaming in the darkness, staring back at them. Before anyone could react, a cold, skeletal hand shot out from the well, grabbing Lily and pulling her in. Her scream echoed as the lid slammed shut, sealing her fate. Panic set in. The house groaned and shifted, as if it was awakening from a long slumber. The door slammed shut behind them, and the temperature dropped as whispers filled the air. The friends ran, but the hallways twisted and stretched unnaturally, leading them deeper into the house's bowels. David was the next to go, yanked into the shadows by unseen hands. His screams were cut short, leaving the others in complete terror. One by one, they were picked off by the vengeful spirits trapped in the house, until only Sarah remained. She stumbled back into the kitchen, clutching the diary tightly. The house wanted to claim her too, but she knew now what it wanted. A trade. Life for life. Desperate, Sarah turned to the front door, but before she could escape, the house's final secret was revealed. The portraits on the wall were no longer of the old family. They were of her friends, their eyes wide in terror, forever imprisoned in the house of the dead. The next day, the house stood as it always had, silent and looming, waiting for the next set of souls brave enough or foolish enough to enter.